Troy was a city of echoes. Once proud and unyielding, its walls now crumbled, its streets littered with the remnants of war, burned homes, shattered carts, bodies strewn like broken dolls. The air was thick with the acrid smoke of torched wood and smoldering incense. And over all the cries of the dying mingled with the wind, creating a symphony of despair. 10 years of siege had ended, yet victory tasted bitter. Odysseus stood among the victors, his mind racing even as his body ached. The famed Trojan horse had delivered triumph, yet his cunning had drawn the attention of gods whose eyes missed nothing. Poseidon, father of Polyphemus, raged silently beneath the waves, swearing vengeance. Athena, quiet and calculating, offered counsel, yet even she could not erase the shadow of divine wrath that would trail him across seas and time. The Greek fleet, their sails tattered and hulls scarred, prepared to depart. Waves roared like lions, towers of water threatening to swallow ship and man alike. Every oar stroke was a battle against fate itself. Every gust of wind carried with it the warning that the journey home would not be easy. Odysseus knew the years ahead would test mind, body, and soul in ways mortals could scarcely imagine. After endless days upon the sea, an unfamiliar shore appeared. The coastline was bathed in a golden hue, the air heavy with a perfume that was both sweet and intoxicating. The lotus eaters awaited, motionless, their eyes glazed in a trance-like calm. Flowers of every shade swayed in unison, and their scent tugged at the edges of the mind, promising blissful oblivion. Odysseus watched as his men approached, curiosity softening fear. One taste of the lotus, and they wandered as if sleepwalking through a dream where home and duty faded into memory. Panic surged through him. Clutching each man, dragging, pleading, scolding, he forced them back to the ships. Sweat mingled with salt, fear with relief, as eyes slowly blinked open to the harsh reality of the world and the insidious pull of enchantment. This brief respite reminded Odysseus that not all threats were monstrous or divine. Some were subtle, creeping in through ease and desire, and they could undo a man just as effectively as a cyclops' claw or a god's lightning. Night cloaked a desolate island in shadows that clung like living things. A cave yawned before them, darkness within, broken only by the glint of the giant's eye, the monstrous Polyphemus, whose presence made every mortal instinct scream in terror. Odysseus and his men hid, pressed against the jagged walls, hearts pounding as the beast's heavy steps shook the earth. Hunger and desperation gnawed at them. Polyphemus's monstrous hands could crush them with ease. His voice could summon storms in their minds. Yet Odysseus, sharp as the tip of an arrow, turned fear into weaponry. Wine dulled the Cyclops' mind. Cunning sharpened the mortal's courage. One by one, they drove a stake deep into the creature's singular eye, and the cave reverberated with a roar that seemed to shake the mountains themselves. "Out is," Odysseus whispered to himself, "the name a charm against discovery, yet pride, like a spark in dry grass, flared too loudly. Shouting his name into the night, he sealed the wrath of Poseidon, a storm god now aware of every move. From this moment, every wave, every gust, every shadow at sea would carry vengeance. Aeolus, keeper of the winds, promised aid. Hope surged like a rising tide, but human folly unbound the winds prematurely, tossing ships like toys in a storm of divine irony. Chaos returned. The sea laughed at their arrogance. Then Circe, sorceress of enchantment and terror, lured the men with opulent halls and whispered promises. Flesh became bristling fur, men became pigs, and the cries of transformation echoed in the marbled halls. Odysseus, guided by Hermes in his own shrewd mind, confronted her. Each spell unraveled, yet a year passed under her golden, ensorcelled influence, blending pleasure and dread until the call of home, sharp as a sword, tore them from her grasp. The underworld awaited, a realm where light was betrayal, shadow was truth, and a dead whispered secrets no mortal ear should hear. Tiresias, blind but fathomless, revealed the path, the price, and the omens that would govern every decision. Heroes of old, friends lost to war, and unquiet spirits brushed against Odysseus' consciousness, reminding him that survival demanded more than courage. It demanded wisdom, restraint, and sacrifice. The Sirens' island shimmered in lethal allure. Their voices, honey and steel, promised knowledge, power, and eternal joy. Odysseus, bound to the mast, resisted each note. Pleasure clawed at his reason, desire battled survival, and every heartbeat was a war within itself. His men rowed, deaf to temptation, unaware that their captain's torment was far greater than their own. Beyond, Scylla and Charybdis awaited, twin nightmares of sea and shadow. 6 mouths snapped like iron jaws. A swirling whirlpool threatened to devour all. Ships were shredded, men torn from planks, screams and thunder echoing across the waves. Every choice exacted a toll. Every path demanded sacrifice. Odysseus, unshakable, navigated the horrors with cunning, timing, and sheer force of will, salvaging what lives remained while the ocean raged like an angry god. At last, Thrinacia, sacred pasture of Helios, brought temptation and trial. Men, starved and desperate, slayed the sun's cattle. Lightning fell, waves swallowed ships, and only Odysseus, clinging to a fragment of wreckage, survived. His body scorched, spirit tested, he drifted like a castaway in a sun-bleached tomb of waves. Ogygia rose from the horizon, lush, eternal, and inescapable. Calypso, immortal, alluring, offered love, immortality, a paradise of endless days. 7 years he remained, long enough for longing to twist into agony, for hope of home to burn brightly in the heart of the immortal nymph's paradise. Athena intervened. Hermes carried the decree. Crafting a raft from the forested shore, Odysseus braved Poseidon's wrath once more, each wave a hammer, each wind a lash, until a benevolent sea nymph guided him to safety. The land of the Phaeacians emerged, an oasis of civilization and grace. Nausicaa, princess of wisdom and courage, guided Odysseus to her father, King Alcinous. Through the warmth of hearths and the spell of campfire tales, Odysseus recounted trials of gods and monsters, of magic and mortality. The Phaeacians, entranced, pledged swift passage home, yet Ithaca was not the sanctuary one might hope. The palace, overrun by arrogant suitors, demanded the genius, cunning, and ruthless judgment only Odysseus could wield. In the guise of a beggar, Odysseus moved through familiar halls, each footstep calculated. Argus, old and dying, lifted his eyes, recognition in a final spark. Loyal servants cowered. Suitors feasted with ignorance and arrogance. The contest of the bow was as if fate itself tested the hero. Odysseus, revealed in all his skill, executed the impossible. Arrows struck true, suitors fell, justice, ruthless and deserved, reclaimed a palace. Blood and triumph mingled. Penelope's test of the secret bed completed the reunion. Ithaca was restored. Home and kingdom returned to rightful hands. Odysseus's journey was not merely a homecoming, it was a testament to human intellect, courage, cunning, and endurance against divine wrath and mortal treachery. Every storm, every monster, every decision etched his legend into the tides and winds. The Odyssey whispers across ages. The sea carries his courage, the winds his cunning, the monsters, the cost of hubris, and every human heart, the enduring proof that will, wisdom, and loyalty can triumph over chaos.